Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into one of the most shocking and controversial decisions in recent cricket history, the firing of a championship-winning captain.
So let's just get right to it. The big question on everyone's mind is, how on earth do you fire a champion? I mean, how does a leader who is at the absolute peak of their game suddenly get shown the door? And look, this timeline is exactly why everyone is just completely baffled. In June 2025, Rohit Sharma is on top of the world lifting the Champions Trophy for India. Fast forward to October, that's just 4 months later, and he's out as captain. The speed of it is just wild.
And it's not like that trophy win was a fluke. This guy's win rate as captain was a massive 76%. Think about that, 76%. In pretty much any other job in the world, numbers like that get you a statue, not a pink slip.
Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. On October 4th, 2025, the BCCI drops the bombshell. 25-year-old Shubman Gill is the new ODI captain. And this wasn't some quiet handover, you know? It wasn't a retirement or a resignation. This was a calculated, top-down decision. And it was effective immediately.
So, you have to be asking, why? Why now, right after a huge win? Well, according to the selectors, this has nothing to do with the trophy they just won. It's all about the next one. They're framing this as a tough but necessary move for the future.
The chief selector, Ajit Agarkar, he laid out this pretty clear three-part plan. First, he said you can't have different captains for T20s, ODIs, and tests. It just doesn't work for long-term planning, so unify it. Second, you've got to give the new guy, in this case Gill, a long runway to the 2027 World Cup. And third, and this is the real kicker, they wanted to send a message. We want full commitment. Past wins are great, but the real question is, are you here for the long haul? And the legend, Sunil Gavaskar, he actually backed this up. He basically said, look, Rohit's 38, he might not be fully committed to playing until the next World Cup. So, if there's any doubt, well, as Gavaskar put it, expect change. It's pretty ruthless, but you can definitely see the cold, hard logic behind it.
And really, this is the first big move of what people are starting to call the Agar-Gambhir doctrine. It's this new philosophy from the head coach and chief selector that says, pretty bluntly, the team is bigger than any one player. No one is indispensable. This is a massive culture shift.
Okay, but all this high-level strategy and these new doctrines, they have a real human cost, right? Because this move puts some of the biggest names in Indian cricket in a really, really strange spot.
Just look at this new dynamic. You've got Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, both retired from Test cricket, now back in the ODI squad as regular players. They're playing under a captain who's over a decade younger than them. And get this, as a sort of ripple effect, Ravindra Jadeja, who's the vice-captain in Tests, is now completely dropped from the ODI team altogether. It's a huge shakeup.
And you know, the pressure isn't just on the old guard. Word on the street is that Shubman Gill didn't even want the captaincy at first. Apparently, he was pressurized into taking it because the selectors felt he was their only logical long-term option. So you have a new captain who might not have even been ready for the job himself.
So, no surprise here, a decision this massive has totally divided the entire cricket world. Fans, experts, former players, everyone has an opinion, and they are not holding back.
You've got guys like Harbhajan Singh on one side, and they're just shocked. Their argument is pretty straightforward. They're basically saying, hold on, the man just won you a trophy. He deserved better. He earned more time. Simple as that.
But then you have the other camp. People like A.B. de Villiers are looking at this and saying, actually, this is smart. They see it as a brilliant grooming strategy. I mean, who better for Gill to learn from than the two legends he's now leading on the field? It's a mentorship masterclass, in theory.
And that's really what this all boils down to, isn't it? It's a classic debate. Do you stick with the proven winner, the guy with the incredible win rate and a brand new trophy, or do you take a massive gamble on the future, on a long-term vision for 2027? You know, this whole thing has a lot of fans feeling nostalgic. They're remembering the MS Dhoni era, right? When leadership changes felt like these smooth, gradual handovers that everyone seemed to celebrate.
Yeah, and that Captain Cool approach feels a million miles away from what just happened. The difference is just jarring. And that's why you're seeing Dhoni's name everywhere online. People are comparing the grace of the past with what feels like the brutal efficiency of today. But while that debate rages on the field, the new era has already begun. So the decision's been made, the arguments are flying back and forth, and now comes the real test of this whole gamble.
And we don't have to wait long.
It all kicks off with a series against Australia. All cameras are going to be on Captain Gill, of course, but you can bet everyone's going to be watching Rohit and Kohli too, seeing how they handle playing under him. Everything they do from here on out is going to be judged against one single thing, that 2027 World Cup.
Which leaves us with the million-dollar question. When we look back on this in a few years, what will we call it? A ruthless masterstroke that paved the way for World Cup glory? Or a historic blunder that disrespected a champion? Well, only time and a whole lot of cricket is going to give us that answer.